What's up guys, my name is Tanvir Rose and I'm here to talk to you about my experiences dancing for artists. Back in 2022, I choreographed, recruited, rehearsed a whole set for Diljit within 18 hours. I wanted dancers for the show the next day. I dropped everything and I kind of made it happen, but I did not miss out on talking about compensation. So I just want to share my experience on what I did and how I learned from it moving forward, and just wanted to add something that was kind of productive to the conversation rather than being upset, because this does happen. It happens often and it's been happening for too long. It's not just in the South Asian community, it happens everywhere. So what do we do about it, right? Diljit's team reached out to me and they wanted 10 dancers. These are the songs that we're gonna dance to. It was 2 songs, I believe. Ended up only being 1. And when I asked them like what is the budget, they had mentioned that their dancers are on a volunteer basis. I said that the show is tomorrow. There's a lot of work that's going to be put into this. We have to rehearse, choreograph, I have to find people. It's really difficult for me to ask people to work for free for such a huge artist. From there, we ended up arriving on a budget. Was this easy? No, I was shitting bricks, okay? This was my first time getting the opportunity to dance at the Scotiabank Arena, and that too with Diljit, and to get to choreograph the piece. It was just insane for me, but I really wanted to make sure that I could get people paid, because now that's ruining my relationships with my people. And thankfully I found 3 girls who were down for the payment. Again, it wasn't a lot. It was something. It wasn't a lot. I didn't have the grit or the courage to ask for more. And that's just where I was at. I didn't really have a manager. I didn't really have anyone speaking for me. It's scary being in these rooms talking to these people that you want to work with, that you kind of dream of working with, just to get here and feel like, oh shoot, you don't want to pay me? It's a lot of emotions that you have to deal with, and these are where my solutions come in. So I think it's really important to have conversations with other people in the industry, finding a mentor, finding someone you can talk to talk about these things, discuss what's a good rate, what's not a good rate, how to have these conversations, how to ask for payment. It's a skill set. Dancing is its own thing, but then the business side of things is learning to ask what you are worth, learning to ask for what you deserve. That is also part of the game if you do want to make a living out of this. Something that I've learned. I was having so many conversations with so many different people. What do I say? What do I do? How do I say this? I was pretty frantic. It was a lot to deal with, so I'm not gonna say it's easy. Number 1, I would say is that. Number 2 is ask for compensation. Maybe like these artists are used to people working for free because of the name that they get to dance for. What's that saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. So ask for compensation. And then that brings me to number 3, which is if you ask and they say no, then be okay with being told no. I was in that bind too. I was like, oh my god, if I ask for more, if I ask for this, I'm going to lose this opportunity. And then I have to live with that. Oh, like I didn't get to dance because I asked for money. But if you think of that sentence, it's kind of absurd that you're sad about not being able to dance for an artist because you wouldn't get paid. So there is an issue within the system itself with how we do things. But you do have to be okay with being told no, because that's you valuing yourself, your energy, your craft, your hard work, your training, and it's a part of the journey. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not sure, because I learned a lot doing that. Speaking up for myself, it gave me a lot more courage. All the people I've worked with, so Diljit, Garnaja, A.P. Dillon, A.R. Rahman, Azu, Prophecy, Tesher, Junos, it was all paid. Some more than others. And do I wish I had asked for more with other situations? Yeah, but that worth increases over time when you continue to ask and continue to build your courage and your ability to ask for more, and just your worth in general. But I've also done things for free. I opened up for French Montana for free, Tory Lanez for free, a bunch of showcases, right, that are not paid, just to build that experience and training of performing on stage. I have done things for free, but the reason why I work so hard and train so hard and do these smaller gigs for free, just so that I can dance well for these larger artists who come around and they are able to pay enormously well. That's the goal. It shouldn't be the other way around, and I think that's where we're kind of losing sight of things. I think a way to help you decide what you should do for free and what you should not do for free are these 3 P's, which is people, pay, and passion. If 2 out of 3 are there, do it. But again, I think that should be reserved for smaller gigs and independent artists and people who are trying to do something. If you want to get paid for what you love to do, I think this change will and can happen if we do stick together in solidarity. Figure out where you want to accept work and where you don't want to accept work, and what is for the highest good of the community, of the industry, and how we can move forward and what change we can bring and advocate for, just so that these problems don't exist, so that work can just be work and we can just have fun and not think about, am I getting paid? You know what I mean? I understand building your resume, I understand building your experience, but again, you can do that with the smaller gigs. You can do that with showcases, with concept videos, with creating stuff with your friends, with performances at panels, which is, I've done so many of those performances, like opening with smaller artists for bigger shows and giving those artists the opportunity to perform with dancers too. Other than that, it's really important to understand the business side of things, and it's really important to understand how the entertainment industry works, building relationships, building connections. But it's also letting them know that this is how much work goes into being a dancer and choreographer and performer, and this is why this costs this much. This is the impact and result of it. Your performance gets enhanced. So please pay us for our time and energy that we put in. It's a long road. I don't think it's just the Desi dance community. I've seen it happen everywhere. But I think these are some of the solutions to move things forward and bring about change and have a conversation. If you want to pursue a career in the arts, you have to get to know the business side of things, and there's really no other way around it because business is everywhere. On that, I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.